Welcome back to the MANN channel. Alright, so if you couldn't tell by the intro, I finally have my new truck, and it is a Ford F-250 with the 7.3 liter gas engine, and it's the engine they're referring to as the Godzilla engine. I know that there's going to be a lot of diesel people out there that are going to be very disappointed in me, but the simple fact of the matter is, I just didn't need a diesel. In fact, I was looking at diesels, and when I started reading more about the 7.3 liter and the reviews, and I only tow up to about 10,000 pounds, I started realizing that this is the perfect truck for me. So today's video is just basically a reveal. I'm going to show you a bunch of different things on the truck. I'm just going to give you some walk around and some looks inside. And I have a few things I'm going to do to it, and some things I've already done. If I walk over here, you can see I already put my toolboxes in there. I had these toolboxes on the other truck. They're the type that actually you pull the handle on the back and they swing out. So I already did that. And I actually already put my fuel transfer tank in there as well. And it fits way nicer than my last truck. I actually had to build a stand that was probably 5 to 6 inches off the bed of the truck because the space in front of the wheel well was really short on my other truck. So the standard box on the F-250 fits it almost perfectly. So I do still have some 2x4s under there, but on my other truck it was sitting up here. But it fits really nice, and there's still a lot of room in the bed behind that. So this was a bit longer bed for me, and it actually has more space in the rear seats too. I did buy the molded mud flaps for this, and they probably would have already been on it, but I actually bought the wrong ones. When I was ordering, I didn't quite understand what it meant by, either with or without the moldings, which that was referring to whether or not you have moldings on this fender right here, and I don't, and I got the ones with the moldings, so I screwed up there. I already reordered some new ones, and I'm going to try to return those other ones or sell them. So there will be new molded mud flaps coming that will fit this truck. I also put the paint protection film on the front of this because this is the Lariat Sport package. I think it also includes the Lariat Ultimate package. So there's no chrome on this thing. Everywhere where there's normally chrome, it's black. You got black wheels. I'll show you in a moment here. I'll do a whole walk around outside with this truck, and you'll see that there's no chrome on this truck. I think the only chrome I've found is inside this little light here. But I love that because over time I'm kind of getting sick of chrome. Chrome has its benefits, and one of those benefits is it doesn't really chip from bugs hitting your grill, and that's why I decided to put the paint protection film on. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to see in the camera, but the paint protection film is on right here, and one of the big reasons I did that is because this grill is no longer chrome, it's painted, so I didn't want it to get all chipped up. The other big thing I'm going to do with this truck, which I'm going to try to accomplish in probably half a day here, is it comes with these running boards. And I've had power running boards for the last few trucks, and I've grown to really like them. I've never really liked the look of running boards, but I like the functionality of running boards, and that's what power running boards give you is they tuck away and they look like you don't have running boards when you don't need them, and they drop down and they function as a running board when you need them. So I'm going to be removing those, and right over here I have the Amp Research Power Step that I'm going to be installing. So that's going to be my project today. So I'm just going to do a time lapse for you guys on me installing those running boards, because there are plenty of how-to videos on how to install those power running boards, which I'll put a link to the one I'm going to use down below in case you want to do this yourself. But other than that, I'm going to just go ahead and jump into the clips, which is just going to be just kind of walking around showing you the different things on the truck and just how it looks. One of the cool things about this truck is that, you know, if you've watched my channel, you know I love blue. Ford had a couple of different options of blue, and I was actually liking the lighter blue when I first went out and was looking online. But then when I actually saw this color in person, I fell in love. And one of the reasons is because it's this dark blue metallic, which is probably going to be hard to tell, but it's sparkly. But it's just slightly sparkly, but it's nice and dark, so you can see that it sets off the black pretty nice. So in the day it looks blue, looks like it's blue with black, but at night it looks like it's black. And I really like that. I thought that was a really cool look. So that's what I went with. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the clips. Uh-oh. Oh. Backwards somehow?
I just thought I'd do a little bit of vlogging for the channel. I am excited for Tim and his new truck. It's gonna be awesome, and I can't wait to drive it.
All right, so it is the next day. I spent most of the day yesterday getting those power running boards on and working. I did run into a couple of issues. It was actually pretty easy all the way up until I ran into an issue. The first issue I ran into is the front studs that were made for the original running boards, which I actually have right here and I'm gonna sell. One of those studs was actually broke loose, and I don't know if that's typical or what, but it did the same thing on each side. None of the other studs, none of the other 9 studs on each side broke loose, so it made it very difficult to basically reattach the new amp supports, and I just had to basically get the nut on a little bit and then kind of put pressure away from it and then tighten it while I had pressure on it. So it worked out, but the biggest issue I ran into is the instructions are not really clear on how to connect it to your ODB connection inside the truck. There's 2 little posi connections that you use, and I had never used them before, so I just kind of gave it a shot. I know I connected the right wires, but I just didn't do it quite correctly. So when I got done, you probably noticed in the video that it wasn't quite working right. So I went back and I did a little research on several things, did some troubleshooting, kind of tried several different scenarios, and basically it came down to I just didn't know how to use those posi connections, and I needed to splice them rather than just hook into one side. So lesson learned. I actually have some friends that want me to do this for them in the future, so if I do it for them, it'll probably be like a 3-hour job, because that's probably, I probably would have been done between 3 and 4 hours had I not screwed that part up. But as you can see now, they are working quite well. So I know I didn't go through a lot of detail on my truck, so this video is mainly just to reveal what truck I got. And what I'll do is I will have a follow-up video where I give my review of the truck, how much better I think it is, or maybe even not, than my 1500. And I will also be including some videos of me towing with it, just to kind of show you what it looks like. So I'll be bringing that video to you in a month or 2. But that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you can be notified of my future videos. I'll see you next week.